What's up guys, today I've got a Sun and Moon OU match versus a viewer, and I'm using a Hail team which was given to me by my friend Emvee. He actually did a showdown live with this team, so link to it is going to be in the description down below. I definitely encourage you guys to check it out if you want to see more of this team. So let's get into this. I'm going to be leading off with my Focus Sash Mamoswine, as he's going to lead off with his Pheromosa. He does not have a Defogger or a Rapid Spinner on his team. I say that because Skarmory cannot get Defog before Pokebank. So I'm gonna go right for my Stealth Rocks, as he's gonna break my Focus Sash with the U-turn and go into his Tapu Lele. I want to save my Mamoswine for the priority Ice Shard, so that's why I'm gonna switch out and go into my Celesteela, as he's gonna go for the Psychic, and it's just not gonna do too much damage, and he's gonna reveal the Life Orb. So I know he's gonna switch out and go into his Gastrodon, because Gastrodon just walled Celesteela unless Celesteela is running Giga Drain, which they don't really run. So I'm gonna go for the Lead Seed and get some recovery back. And here I'm gonna go for the Protect, because this Celesteela does not have leftovers. It has Shed Shell, because I absolutely hate the Magnet Zone matchup with this team, so this recovery is definitely gonna help me later on taking hits with Celesteela. So I'm gonna switch out and go into my Alolan Ninetales, because I don't really have any kind of Pokemon to deal with this Gastrodon except for this Ninetales, because I do have Freeze Dry on this Ninetales. Now the way I brought this thing in, it definitely screams that I have Freeze Dry, so he's gonna switch out and go into his Alolan Marowak, which is a good play. I just went for the Ice Shard on the off chance he stayed in and not expected me to carry Freeze Dry. So definitely want to switch out since I want to save my Ninetales for the Hail later. So I'm gonna go into my Tentacruel, as he's gonna go for the Flare Blitz. It's just gonna do quite a bit, and he's at a point where a Scald will be able to take him out, and I know he's not gonna stay in. So I'm gonna go for my first layer of Toxic Spikes, because Toxic Spikes are gonna be amazing against this team, because he has some bulky Pokemon like Porygon 2 and Gastrodon. So these Toxic Spikes will help me weaken down his Pokemon, and I'm just gonna go for the Scald, try to get a burn on the Skarmory, because if I weaken the Skarmory, then my Alolan Sandslash is gonna have much easier time dealing massive damage to his team under Hill. So once again I'm gonna go for the Scald, as I do not get a burn, and he's gonna go for the Roost, and I know this turn he's gonna expect me to go for the Scald and go into his Gastrodon, so that's why I'm gonna go for the Rapid Spin and get rid of the Spikes which he went for, as he's gonna go into his Gastrodon like I expected, and I'm gonna be able to get rid of these Spikes. And it turns out that his Gastrodon had Rocky Helmet, and from this amount of HP I cannot kill his Gastrodon with a Sludge Wave. So I'm gonna switch out and go into my Alolan Ninetales, as he's gonna go for the Recover. Now because his Alolan Marowak has been weakened, I know I can knock that thing out with a +2 Freeze Dry or a Blizzard. So I'm gonna go for the Nasty Plot, as he's gonna go into his Skarmory, and I will be able to kill this thing quite easily. If he went into his Porygon 2, it would have got 2 KO'd by the +2 Blizzard. So I'm gonna take out his Skarmory, as now he's gonna go into his Pheromosa. I'm gonna save my Alolan Ninetales for later so that I can get up the Hail for my Sandslash. And I'm gonna sack my Tentacruel, because it has pretty much done its job of getting up the Toxic Spikes. And he's gonna go for the High Jump Kick and 2 KO my Tentacruel with his Pheromosa, and then I can go into my Choice Scarf Tapu Lele. I'm thinking that this Pheromosa might be Choice Scarf. If that is the case, then I can easily take a High Jump Kick with my Tapu Lele, because I do resist it 4 times, and if he's not Choice Scarf, then my Tapu Lele just outspeeds his Pheromosa. So I'm gonna go for the Psychic, as he's gonna switch out and go into his Gastrodon and sack this thing, as he doesn't really have anything on his team which can take hits from Tapu Lele at this point. So his Gastrodon is gonna go down, and he's gonna bring in his own Tapu Lele. I just want to save my Choice Scarf Tapu Lele for his Pheromosa, so that's why I'm gonna switch out and go into my Celesteela, as he's gonna predict that and go for the Focus Blast. It doesn't do too much damage, and I know he's not gonna stay in, and he's gonna go into his Porygon 2, so that's why I'm gonna go for the Lead Seed so that I can get some nice recovery back. And I want to keep my Celesteela healthy just in case I need this thing for taking a High Jump Kick from his Pheromosa. So I'm gonna go for the Heavy Slam, as he's actually gonna predict me to go for the Protect for some reason and go into his Tapu Lele. I had no reason to go for the Protect, because a Porygon 2 cannot do anything to a specially defensive Celesteela. So his Tapu Lele is gonna go down, and now he's gonna bring in his Alolan Marowak. the way he brought this thing in, I know he has enough speed EVs to outspeed my Celesteela, otherwise why would you bring this thing in? So he's gonna go for the Flare Blitz, as I'm just gonna sack my Alolan Ninetales and get up the hill for the final time, as the recall damage is gonna take out this Marowak, and now I can go into my Alolan Sandslash. I will be able to outspeed his Pheromosa if that Pheromosa is not Choice Scarfed. So I'm gonna go for the Iron Head, as I do not get a flinch, as he's gonna go for the Recover, and I do not want to play this game of him going for Recover and me going for the Iron Head or Icicle Crash, so that's why I'm gonna go for the Swords Dance, as he's gonna go for the Recover, and the Poison and the Hail damage is gonna weaken him to the point where I can take him out. But unfortunately, I'm gonna miss my Icicle Crash, as he's gonna go for the T-Bolt. Luckily, he does not paralyze me, so I'm gonna go for the Iron Head and just take out this Porygon 2, and his last Pokemon is this Pheromosa. I'm gonna go for the Icicle Crash, and it turns out that his Pheromosa wasn't Choice Scarf, it was probably Fight Team Z or something like that. So that is gonna be the game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.